Managing finances as a single person comes with many advantages. For example, singles don't have to worry about their partner overspending. They have full control of all financial decisions, and they alone can best prepare for their long-term financial goals. However, this also means that all the financial responsibility relies solely on one person, and that can be stressful. Hey there, I'm Andrea Robinson with OneAZ Credit Union, and if you're single and want to conquer your finances, here are my top 7 tips for managing money as a single. Number 1, you must create a monthly budget. I know this one sounds obvious, but most people don't actually live on a written budget. In fact, a recent study was done revealing 1 out of 3 Americans making at least $100,000 are currently living paycheck to paycheck. It's not an income problem, and it's really not even a spending problem. The problem is that most people aren't living on a plan for their money. Without a plan, you're left wondering, where did all the money go? Yes, even if you're single, you must create and stick to a monthly budget. Number 2, start knocking out your debt. The good news is that because you just finished creating your monthly budget, now you know how much money you can throw at your debt each month. Look up all of your non-mortgage debt and throw as much money as possible towards it. Being single is a huge benefit in paying off debt because you don't have to convince your partner to stop spending and start helping you clean up the debt mess. The problem with debt, especially high interest debt like credit cards or student loans that can last a lifetime, is that debt robs you of your ability to build wealth. Think about it. Instead of growing your own nest egg and having interest work in your favor, debt has you sending your money out with interest to build someone else's nest egg. The sooner you can get rid of all of your non-mortgage debt, the sooner you can start building your own financial future instead of someone else's. Number 3, build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. One of the biggest reasons why singles get into debt is because of an unexpected expense that pops up during a financial emergency, and they don't have the money to cover it. So they put it on high interest credit cards. This just allows the financial emergency to last for months or even years until you pay it off. Can you imagine if your next financial emergency is simply writing a check and then going on with your day? This is why it's so important to open a savings account away from your checking account. Nickname it your emergency fund, and then fill it up with at least 3 to 6 months worth of emergency expenses, or the expenses that would still need to be paid out even during a financial crisis. This is why we have building your nest egg at number 4. After you've created a monthly budget, cleaned up the debt, and built a solid wall between you and your next financial disaster. And if you're not quite sure how much of your income you should be saving at this step, it's always a good idea to start with 15% of your gross income and then go from there. All right, number 5. May not be the most exciting for singles, but it's extremely important, so hear me out. You must make sure you have the right insurance and enough of the right insurance in place. As a single person, you still have to protect yourself and your assets. Really, that's all insurance is. Insurance exists to protect you and your assets when something goes wrong. First and foremost, you must have medical insurance. The number 1 cause of bankruptcy right now is due to the lack of health insurance combined with costly medical bills. Beyond health insurance, you may also want to look into long-term disability insurance, renter's insurance, identity theft protection, and yes, maybe even life insurance. You may not think you need life insurance right now, but if you ever decide to add a partner to your life in the future, you'll be glad that you purchased life insurance today while it was much cheaper. Number 6 is work, work, work. One of the best things about being single is the flexibility you have to prioritize your career and pursue growth opportunities. This is the time to invest in your personal development, acquire some new skills, and seek promotions and salary increases. If you're looking to add in extra jobs or side hustles to pay down debt and build savings quicker, now is the perfect time to do it. Lastly, tip number 7 is to resist those impulse purchases. This may be the hardest part for singles because there isn't anyone else holding you accountable or simply shaking their head at you when you're about to make that impulse purchase that you don't need. A few things you can do to curb those impulse purchases are to give yourself a 24-hour rule from the time you decide you want it to the time you actually purchase the item. In addition to that, just ask yourself if the item or the experience aligns with your long-term goals and if it brings any value to your life. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much for watching. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button, drop me a comment, and share this video so we can help as many people as possible make better decisions with their money.